My name is Tara, and today I'm going to share something deeply personal with you. So, growing up, I always dreamed of becoming a doctor. I really thought I was going to be a doctor. I was obsessed with health and wellness, and from a very young age, I was driven by a passion to understand the human body and how it heals. I even went to LSU to study microbiology, determined to find the answers, but life had other plans, and due to the lack of support, unfortunately, I didn't finish. So, still determined, I pursued. Let me turn my camera on. Hey, I'm in here. Okay, so still determined, I pursued EMT training. So I even completed the hiring process, went through all of that, but I soon realized that the long hours and the high stress accompanied with the low pay weren't exactly aligned with my life's plans. Okay, so moving on, then to 2012, life threw me a curveball. I was then diagnosed with cervical HPV. And my first thought is, you know what? I need an alkaline diet. So I dove into the research, trying raw spinach and kale salads, veggie only diets, thinking I was doing something, but I was not doing anything but everything wrong. Instead of getting better, my health spiraled. My stomach was a wreck and nothing seemed to work or be helping me. So in 2014, I ended up having a LEAP procedure. But the HPV actually came back worse after the procedure. By the time 2015 rolled around, about a year later, I was told that I was on the brink of cervical cancer. They wanted to do a repeat LEAP procedure. That's where they cut off a section of your cervix that's infected. But I refused. And at that point, I was emotionally drained and I pretty much gave up. So I told myself, if this is how life ends, so be it. Okay, that's it. By then, in the summer of 2016, everything changed for me. I started working closely with the homeless people in our community, and despite their struggles, I saw something beautiful in their connection, and it was hope. It was connection. It was resilience. They shared everything they had. They found joy in the simple things and made me think, if they can keep going, so can I. What's holding me back? So I decided to give healing one more try. But by this time, I did something different. I prayed. I asked God, please show me how to heal myself. And I promised to tell the world how I did it. So guess what? It worked. In just about 6 to 8 weeks, I was back at my gynecologist, completely healed. And they were shocked. I was shocked. And the protocol was born. So, hold on. I think I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Can we do a check on this? Can you guys hear me still? Because on my screen, I am officially frozen. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm assuming you can hear me because now my screen is back in motion. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So I kept my promise and I posted a video on YouTube. Okay, I thought maybe a few people might reach out, maybe a few people might watch, but something unexpected happened. The HPV and the herpes community started reaching out to me. They saw my story, they saw my protocol, and they wanted to know if I could help them too. And that's how the HPV protocol was born. So later, in 2019, we had developed the herpes protocol, which has helped countless people. We've reached over 50 people with negative results, and so many more have reduced their viral load, symptom relief, and transformations that I never imagined possible. We are a non-medical company. We are not medical professionals. We do not claim to cure because you legally cannot claim to cure, but we do assist with viral load reduction, and the results that people achieve are real. But we cannot legally promise you a cure. So with that being said, let's keep moving forward. So why is mineral balance crucial for healing? So minerals are not just nutrients. They are the language your body speaks to survive. So basically, when we think of health, many people focus on vitamins, superfoods, or detoxes. But here's the truth. None of it matters if your minerals are out of balance. Okay, minerals are the master regulators of your body. They control every biological process from your heartbeat to your hormones to your ability to fight infections. So imagine running a city without electricity, water, or fuel. That's what your body feels like when without the right mineral balance. Okay, so this is the science behind minerals. They are literally the spark of life. So your enzymic reactions depend on minerals. Over 3,000 enzymes in your body rely on minerals to function. Without minerals like magnesium, zinc, copper, these enzymes are like cars without keys. They simply won't start. Now, this affects everything from digestion to DNA repair. Cellular communication. Your cells talk to each other through electrical signals, and guess what conducts those electrical signals? It's going to be your minerals. Okay, so minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium, they create the electrical gradients that allow your nerves to fire, your heart to beat, and your muscles to contract. Now, it's also important for your hormonal balance. Hormones like cortisol, insulin, and thyroid hormones depend on minerals to synthesize, activate, and regulate. Without minerals, your endocrine system is like a broken thermostat, completely unable to maintain balance, right? So detoxification, your liver's detox pathways, phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification requires minerals. You're going to need sulfur, you're going to need zinc, and you're going to need selenium to neutralize and eliminate toxins. If you're mineral deficient, detoxing can actually make you sicker because your body can't clear out the waste properly. And then DNA expression. Minerals even influence your genes. Zinc, for example, is essential for DNA synthesis and repair. Copper impacts gene expression related to inflammation and immunity. A mineral imbalance can literally change how your genes behave, increasing your risk for diseases. Now, minerals are more than just nutrients, they are the messengers. Think about it this way: vitamins are the tools, but minerals are the workers. You can have all the vitamins in the world, but without minerals, nothing gets done. Okay, so magnesium is involved in over 600 biochemical reactions. It's the relaxation mineral that helps with sleep, stress, and mineral recovery. Potassium and sodium, these are your body's battery pack, creating the electrical charge needed for your heart and your brain to function. Calcium and phosphorus, they are critical for bone health, but also for nerve transmission and energy production. And now zinc and copper. They regulate immune function, inflammation, and even mood. Too much copper or too little zinc, and that's a recipe for anxiety, depression, and chronic infection. And we're seeing this on these HTMA tests that we're doing. That's a soft tissue mineral test. So the real epidemic is really mineral deficiency. We're living in a world where mineral deficiencies are the hidden root causes of most chronic issues. Fatigue could be low magnesium or iron, anxiety, maybe a sodium potassium imbalance. Thyroid issues, check your iodine, selenium, and zinc levels. Autoimmune diseases, often linked to imbalances in copper, zinc, and magnesium. Viral persistence, like herpes, driven by mineral imbalances that weaken your immune system and allow the virus to thrive. New information, y'all. New information. And here's the kicker: most detoxes don't address this. In fact, many of them make it worse by flushing out the very minerals your body is desperately in need of. So this is why mineral balance isn't just important, it's the foundation of your health. And without it, nothing else will work. So let's go over the 5 main causes of mineral imbalance. So if mineral balance is the foundation of health, these are the wrecking balls that are tearing it down. Now that you understand why mineral balance is the cornerstone of health, let's dive into the 5 main causes of mineral imbalances. These are the hidden culprits that disrupt your body's natural equilibrium, creating the perfect environment for chronic illnesses, hormonal issues, and persistent viral infections like herpes to thrive. So, frequent detoxing and cleansing. When healthy becomes harmful. Detoxing is marketed as the ultimate health hack. But here's the problem: most detoxes are mineral depleting. Okay, actually, when you detox, you do lose some minerals in the process of detoxing, because detoxing is to remove and to pull out. So, the science behind it: chelation overload. Many detoxes involve chelating agents. That's compounds that bind to heavy metals and toxins to eliminate them. But these agents aren't selective. They also bind to essential minerals like magnesium, zinc, calcium, potassium, pulling them out of your system along with the toxins. That's when you're taking too much diatomaceous earth, you're taking too much of the zeolite, you're taking too much of the bentonite clay, and you're just doing too much of the chelating agents, binding agents, especially when you're not introducing the proper minerals while you're doing the binding. Another one is going to be excessive fluid loss. So juice cleanses, diuretics, and laxative-based detoxes promote rapid fluid loss. This causes electrolyte imbalance, especially sodium and potassium depletion, which disrupts your body's electrical signal. Once your sodium and potassium is depleted, that's what your body uses for its energy source, for its electrical potential. Then that electrical signal is now weakened, okay? If you're imbalanced there. Now, stress on the adrenals. Detoxing Detoxing without the proper mineral support, it can trigger stress responses, leading to adrenal fatigue. That's dealing with your liver. Your liver is what produces your adrenal hormones. So your adrenal glands rely on minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to regulate cortisol, the stress hormone. When these minerals are depleted, your stress response becomes dysfunctional, further exacerbating mineral loss. So the domino effect of this mineral depletion is that it weakens the immune function, which poor detoxification capacity, it causes you to have a poor detoxification capacity, which causes chronic fatigue, which causes mineral imbalances, which causes persistent infections. And this is why people feel worse after multiple detoxes. Their bodies are literally running on empty. Anybody in here has done multiple detoxes? So, under eating, the hidden starvation signal, whether it's calorie restriction, intermittent fasting gone wrong, or crash diets, under eating is one of the fastest ways to deplete your minerals. We see this a lot. The science behind it: low intake, high demand. Minerals are obtained from food. So if you're not eating enough, you're not replenishing your body, what your body loses daily through the sweat, through urine, and through natural metabolism. Okay. Protein deficiency. Many restrictive diets lack sufficient protein, like albumin, which binds to calcium and magnesium in your blood, ensuring they're delivered to the right tissues. Without enough protein, minerals cannot reach where they are needed the most. Keep that in mind. That's very, very important. We've been seeing a lot of people with protein deficiencies that's been doing a lot of detoxing. You might not think you're doing a lot of detoxing if you detox twice a year. That could be a lot of detoxing for your system if you are not replenishing your minerals properly in between. Okay. So impact on bone health. In starvation mode, your body pulls the calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium from your bones to maintain critical functions, leading to early bone loss, joint pain, and even osteoporosis. So the domino effect of undereating, it leads to mineral deficiencies, which slows down your metabolism, which causes hormonal imbalances, which leads to immune suppression, which then leads to vulnerability to chronic infections. So I meet people all the time that's like, well, how do I boost my immune system? How do I boost my immune system? You boost your immune system, or you take care of your immune system by properly balancing your minerals. So let's talk about chronic stress and trauma for a bit. The silent mineral thieves. You might not realize this, but stress burns through minerals faster than any detox ever could. Emotional, physical, or psychological stress. Your body doesn't differentiate. It responds the same way every single time. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that stresses you out, your body will respond the same. So the science behind it, the cortisol mineral connection. If you ever heard of cortisol, you see it in the commercials. So stress triggers the release of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. To regulate cortisol, your adrenal glands require large amounts of sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Chronic stress depletes these minerals, leaving you feeling wired yet exhausted. The calcium shell phenomena, which a lot of you have heard me talk about recently over this past year. Prolonged stress can create what's known as a calcium shell. This is when excess calcium gets deposited in the soft tissues instead of your bones, creating a false sense of stability, which masks deeper deficiencies in magnesium and potassium. A calcium shell can contribute to muscle tension, anxiety, emotional numbness, and even heart issues. Okay, that's also contributing to the back pain. It's also contributing to the stiffness in the joints, knee pain, etc. Now, the impact on your nervous system is that magnesium is critical for calming the nervous system. And when stress depletes the magnesium, your body becomes more sensitive to pain, more prone to anxiety, and less able to relax. So the domino effect of stress is that it depletes your minerals. It causes adrenal fatigue, which then leads to hormonal imbalance because the adrenals is responsible for hormonal release, which then impairs your immune response, which leads to chronic infection and then persistent viral activity like herpes viral reactivation. So this is why managing stress isn't just about mental health. It's also a biochemical necessity for mineral balance. So let's talk about these diets that are high in anti-nutrients and bio-unavailable nutrients. So not all healthy foods are created equal. Some contain anti-nutrients that block mineral absorption or bio-unavailable nutrients that your body cannot utilize effectively. So let's talk about the science behind it. Anti-nutrients, compounds like phytic acid, oxalates, and lectins found in grains, legumes, and certain vegetables bind to minerals in your gut, preventing absorption. For example, phytic acid binds to zinc, iron, and calcium, making it unavailable for your body to use. Oxalates, found in spinach, almonds, and beets, bind to calcium, increasing the risk of kidney stones and bone loss. Lectins and beets are super high in oxalates. Okay, lectins, for example, found in beans and grains, can damage the gut lining, impairing nutrient absorption altogether. So biounavailable foods, these are foods that technically contain nutrients but in forms your body cannot use. For example, non-heme iron. That's going to be the iron that's coming from plants. It is poorly absorbed compared to heme iron from animal sources. And then we have copper toxicity, another one I've been talking about a lot. So this is from biounavailable plant sources that can lead to imbalances with zinc, affecting immune function and mental health. So copper has an affinity for the brain. It is easily absorbed into the brain. And they found that a lot of people who are dealing with psychological disorders, all the way down to schizophrenia, bipolar, personality disorders, have more copper in the brain than should be. So copper detox is essential for mental health. So there's varying degrees of how it can affect you psychologically. So viral reactivation, high arginine foods, often considered healthy, like nuts, seeds, chocolate, and grains, can fuel viral replication, especially in herpes infections. So arginine competes with lysine, an amino acid that helps suppress herpes activity. This isn't just a dietary preference, it's a molecular trigger for viral outbreaks and systemic inflammation. So you want to stay away from these high arginine foods, and you want to stay away from the bio-unavailable foods because these anti-nutrients, they cause poor mineral absorption, which leads to nutrient deficiency, which leads to hormonal disruption, which leads to weakened immunity, and then chronic conditions. So this domino effect, as you can see, it kind of all happens the same way. Once there's a nutrient deficiency, once there's poor mineral absorption, there's nutrient deficiency, then the next thing that comes after nutrient deficiency is going to be hormonal disruptions. The next thing after that is going to be issues with the immune system. And then you start dealing with the chronic conditions, chronic infections, things that come, but it's really hard for it to go away. It gets a little bit better, but why is it being so stubborn? Okay, so this is why some people eat all the right foods, but still feel sick, tired, and inflamed. It's not what you eat, it's what your body can actually absorb and use. So hidden infections and chronic inflammation. Viruses, bacteria, parasites, and even low-grade infections can deplete your minerals silently. Your body uses minerals like zinc, magnesium, and iron to mount an immune response. When infections linger, they can they create a constant drain on your mineral reserves. So by you having infections present, if you have any sort of infection present, it is going to drain your mineral reserves. And we're seeing a trend of this zinc, magnesium, and copper taking a hit, and those are vital for your body to be able to function. So immune activation requires minerals. Every time your immune system responds to an infection, it consumes large amounts of zinc, selenium, copper, and iron to produce immune cells, antibodies, and inflammation regulating compounds. Herpes and mineral hijacking. Herpes viruses are masters for manipulating your body. They don't just infect cells, they actually literally change your gene expression to suppress your immune system. They create chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly depletes your minerals like magnesium and zinc, leaving you vulnerable to other infections and chronic diseases. This is exactly how it affects your immune system. We're not going to make generalities, general statements here. This is exactly how the herpes virus functions in your body and what it's exactly doing. So inflammation traps minerals. Chronic inflammation increases levels of hepcidin, a hormone that traps iron in storage sites. Okay, traps iron in storage sites, making it unavailable for your cells to use. This leads to symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, and anemia, even when your blood tests look normal. And this is something that is very common within the people that reach out to me. They do complain of fatigue. They do complain of brain fog. They do complain of anemia. Okay, even if their blood test looks normal. But by doing the proper cleansing with the proper balanced foods, the proper balanced minerals for your body, they always see a quick turnaround in those symptoms just following the plan. So the domino effect again is this chronic infection is going to cause persistent immune activation, which depletes the minerals, weakens your defensive, causes reoccurring infections, systemic inflammation, and it actually accelerates aging. So this is why people with chronic conditions often feel like they're fighting something all the time. Their bodies are, in fact, in a constant state of mineral debt. So the big picture. No matter the cause, the result is always the same. Mineral imbalance is the root of chronic illness. When your minerals are out of balance, it's like trying to build a house on quicksand. Nothing holds, no matter how many supplements you take or how clean your diet is. This is why my healing protocols focus on restoring mineral balance first. Because when your minerals are online, your body knows exactly how to heal. So let's talk about these viruses, parasites, and bacteria so that we can know the difference. You cannot heal what you do not understand. That's why the first step to healing is knowledge. Okay, a lot of people like to skip over that. They're like, let me get your kit. Let me see what I can buy. And I just take it and it just makes all of this go away. But they don't want to understand how these things work. They don't want to understand what is required for them to accomplish their health goals. So that's why we have the classes to break it down to you so that you can really understand and stop just running in place. Stop wasting your money just doing a lot of things that actually can make your health worse and not better. So knowledge is power. One of the biggest mistakes I see in the wellness space, especially when it comes to herpes, is a widespread confusion between viruses, parasites, and bacteria. So let's be clear. Herpes is not a parasite. Okay? Herpes is not a parasite. Okay? It's a virus. And treating it like anything else is not only ineffective, it can actually make things worse. I understand the confusion. There's a lot of misinformation online, and many health coaches lump all conditions under parasite infections, promising that a parasite cleanse will cure everything from fatigue to herpes. But the biology doesn't lie. And if you approach herpes like a parasite, you're fighting the wrong battle. Let's break it down. So what's the difference? A virus. This right here is a picture of a virus. Okay. A virus is not even technically alive. This is the structure of a virus. It's not even technically alive. It's a microscopic bundle of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, wrapped in a protein shell. Viruses can't survive or produce on their own. They need to invade a living cell, hijack its machinery, and force the cell to make copies of the virus. The key characteristics is that it has no metabolism. Viruses don't eat, produce, or produce waste. They're like biological USB drives carrying genetic instructions to manipulate the host cells. Replication. They reproduce by inserting their genetic code into your cells, making your body do all the work. Latency. Some viruses, like herpes, can go to sleep in your nervous system for years, reactivating under stress or immune suppression. Immune evasion. Viruses, especially herpes, can alter your gene expression to hide from your immune system. This is why outbreaks can occur even when you feel healthy, okay? Because it's hiding. And as soon as you do something that triggers it, it's looking for that little bit of arginine in that healthy salad that you ate, okay? It's looking for some stress that you might have had, some type of trigger. It's looking for lack of rest, and that's how it reactivates. So, how does herpes work? Herpes viruses become a part of you at a genetic level. They integrate with your cells, change how your genes function, and manipulate your immune system to stay alive indefinitely. This is why herpes isn't just a skin issue. It's a systemic condition that impacts your nervous system, immune system, and even gene expression. It's embedded in your cells, okay? The solution is to create an internal environment where the virus cannot thrive. This means regulating mineral balance, avoiding high arginine foods, and supporting immune function at the genetic and cellular level. We'll talk more about it soon. So, parasites, the freeloaders. A parasite is a living organism. Unlike viruses, a parasite is a living organism that survives by feeding off its host. Unlike viruses, parasites can live independently outside of the host for a period of time. They have their own metabolism, reproductive system, and biological functions. The key characteristics is that, for one thing, they eat. Parasites consume your nutrients directly, causing deficiencies. They grow. Parasites can get big. Some can be microscopic, while others, like tapeworms, can be several feet long. And they produce waste. Parasites release toxins that contribute to inflammation and digestive issues. And the symptoms with parasites is chronic digestive problems, unexplained weight loss, anemia, fatigue, bloating, skin rashes, and many more symptoms associated with it. So why parasite cleanses work for parasites? So when someone has a real parasite infection, herbs like black walnut, wormwood, and cloves can be effective because they target the parasite's life cycle. But these same herbs do nothing for a virus like herpes because viruses don't have a digestive system. They don't eat food. They don't respond to anti-parasitic compounds. In fact, many popular parasite cleansing herbs are high in arginine, which can fuel herpes replication and trigger outbreaks. So the bottom line is that parasites live in your body. Herpes lives in your cells. That's two different things, okay? A parasite cannot live inside of your cell, but the herpes virus lives inside your cell. You cannot starve out the herpes virus in the same way that you would starve out a parasite. So bacteria, the single-celled survivors. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms that can live anywhere, on your skin, in your gut, even in extreme environments like volcanoes or deep sea vents. So unlike viruses, bacteria are fully functioning organisms. Some bacteria are harmful, like pathogens, while others are essential for your health, like your gut microbiome, your flora. So the key characteristics are going to be they reproduce independently. Bacteria do not need a host to survive. They divide and multiply totally on their own. They have a metabolism. Bacteria eat, produce waste, and respond to antibiotics. They can be good or bad. Some bacteria cause diseases like strep throat or pneumonia, while others can help with digestion, nutrient synthesis, and immune regulation. So why antibiotics work for bacteria, but not viruses? So antibiotics target the cell walls, proteins, or DNA replication machinery of the bacterium. But viruses don't have cell walls or any of the structures that antibiotics attack, which is why antibiotics are completely useless against herpes or any other virus. So why this matters for your healing journey? Let's talk about that. When you treat herpes like a parasite, you're setting yourself up for frustration. And here's why. Okay, if any of you have been frustrated trying to figure out what are you supposed to do with this, parasite cleanses don't target viruses. Okay, they may help with your gut health, but they won't stop herpes replication. Many parasite cleansing herbs are high in arginine, which feeds herpes. This can actually make outbreaks worse. The real issue isn't the virus itself, it's how your body responds to it. Herpes changes your gene expression, suppresses your immune system, and thrives in mineral imbalances. That's the battlefield, not your gut. The key to managing herpes. This is how we should approach the virus. We need to focus on mineral balance. This strengthens your immune system at the cellular level, making it harder for the virus to reactivate. We need to prioritize lysine over arginine. This inhibits viral replication. And then we need to support your body's genetic defense system. Herpes manipulates your genes to survive. You can reverse this with the right nutrition and detox protocols. When you understand what herpes is and what it isn't, you can finally stop wasting your time on the wrong solutions and start healing for real. So, healing when you have herpes. The truth about diet, genes, and immunity. Herpes isn't just a skin issue, it's a systemic condition that rewires your body at the cellular level. To heal, you have to address it where it lives, in your genes, your immune system, and your mineral imbalance. Now that you understand that herpes is a virus, not a parasite, let's dive into what it takes to manage it effectively. Herpes doesn't just hang out in your body like an unwanted guest. It integrates into your cells, hides in your nervous system, and even reprograms your genes to create an environment where it can survive and thrive. This is why the typical approach, like cutting out sugar, taking antivirals, or doing some random detoxes, doesn't create lasting results. Doing that alone doesn't do that. To truly manage herpes, you have to understand how it operates at the biological level. So, key principles for healing when you have herpes is going to be, first of all, the importance of avoiding arginine in health foods and diets. Okay, this is where I would say about 90% of everyone goes wrong. When we do our consultations, they're eating foods that are high in arginines. One of the most overlooked factors in managing herpes is the amino acid arginine. Arginine is an essential amino acid that plays a role in many normal body functions, like wound healing, hormonal regulation, and immune function. But for people with herpes, arginine has a dark side. Why arginine feeds the herpes viruses? Herpes needs arginine to replicate. The herpes virus uses arginine as a building block to create new viral proteins during replication. Without enough arginine, the virus struggles to reproduce effectively. Arginine competes with lysine. Arginine and another amino acid, lysine, share the same transportation pathways in the body. When arginine levels are high, lysine absorption decreases, and vice versa. This is critical because lysine inhibits herpes replication by blocking arginine's ability to fuel the virus. Okay, so the arginine trap. So many called healthy foods are loaded with arginine, especially plant based foods that are often promoted in detox programs. So you need to avoid these high arginine foods. All grains, oats, wheat, quinoa, barley, corn, yes, all of them are naturally higher in arginine. Quinoa, often marketed as a superfood, has one of the highest arginine contents of all grains. Nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, peanuts, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and pumpkin seeds all are high in arginine. All nuts and seeds are high in arginine. Pistachios, they're all high. Legumes like white beans, chickpeas, and black beans, all high in arginine. Chocolate, especially dark chocolate, is rich in arginine. Coconut, including coconut water, coconut meat, and organic coconut based products, are all high in arginine. This is very important because many diets, like the vegan, raw food, or fruit diet or detox programs, are accidentally creating herpes friendly environments because they rely heavily on these high arginine foods. People often say, I've been eating so clean, but my symptoms are worse. That's because clean eating isn't the same as virus-friendly eating. If your healthy diet is high in arginine, it's likely giving the virus premium fuel. Let's be honest. So herpes changes your gene expression to prolong infection and evade the immune system. This is where it gets really fascinating and a little scary at the same time. So herpes isn't just hiding in your body, it's actively reprogramming your genes to ensure its own survival. Yes, you heard that right. Herpes can change how your genes function. So how does this happen? When herpes infects a cell, it releases proteins that interact with your DNA. And these proteins can turn off immune related genes that would normally detect and destroy the virus. It alters the gene expression of stress responding genes, making it easier for the virus to reactivate during times of physical and emotional stress. And it disrupts normal cellular processes. Okay, this is allowing infected cells to survive longer than they should. So the genes that are affected by the herpes virus, this is important. So I'm giving you the science because there's too much general statements that's being made, too many general statements that's being made about herpes viruses on the internet. So you really need to understand how it works, or you need to understand that I understand how it works. Either way, the more that you know how the herpes virus works, the better you have a chance at you taking control of it, which is the goal. The reason why everyone is here is that you want to take control of it. You want to be in charge. You don't want herpes to be in charge. You want to significantly reduce your viral load. So these are the genes that are being affected by the virus. So the IF1, the IFI16 gene, this is downregulated by HSV1, which impairs the immune system's ability to detect viruses. Okay, the CD83 gene is suppressed by HSV2, which weakens the dendritic cell function and reduces immune surveillance. So it's not able to really survey and see what's going on. This also leads to allergies, newly developed allergies since acquiring HSV. The UL41 Viron host shutoff gene, it degrades the host mRNA, effectively silencing immune responses at the cellular level. The BZLF1, this is for Epstein-Barr viruses, activates the virus from the dormant state and triggers lytic replication, leading to chronic inflammation. The IL-6, this is varicella zoster, that's going to be your varicella zoster, that's going to be your chickenpox, your shingles, that upregulated it upregulates, the virus upregulates the IL-6 gene, causing systemic inflammation linked to conditions like arthritis. So the main people who's affected by this IL-6 is going to be, I've met quite a few people with varicella zoster who were plant-based, and we're dealing with rheumatism. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis and you're plant-based, even if you're pescatarian, but you mostly eat fruits and vegetables, or you could eat meat, but you still eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. You're eating spinach raw, you're eating kale raw, you're doing high arginine foods, you're doing broccoli, you're doing carrots, even down to okra. You're doing a lot of high arginine foods, and you have a varicella zoster virus, chickenpox, or shingles virus, then yes, it's going to lead to conditions like arthritis. That's one of the number one conditions that I see coming from people who have varicella zoster. So this genetic manipulation explains why herpes is not just a skin problem. It's linked to autoimmune disorders, chronic fatigue and brain fog, joint pain, systemic inflammation, reoccurring infections beyond the typical outbreaks. So the key to reversing this, you cannot change your genes, but you can change how they're expressed through nutrition, detoxification, and proper mineral balancing in a field known as epigenetics. So when you create the right internal environment, you can turn off the viral friendly genes and reactivate the genes that support immunity. Okay, so disease and complications associated with herpes viruses beyond the outbreaks. Most people think that herpes is just about cold sores and genital lesions, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Herpes viruses can cause a wide range of systemic complications because of how they hijack the immune system and disrupt normal cellular function. So common conditions linked to herpes viruses would be neurological disorders, issues like herpes encephalitis, meningitis, or postherpetic neuralgia. Autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Okay, a lot of people with herpes viruses also have issues with their thyroid. Cardiovascular complications like myocarditis and an increased risk of stroke. Metabolic disruptions like gout and insulin resistance, and also chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, all are linked to herpes viruses. So why do the traditional treatments fall short? The antiviral medications only suppress the symptoms. They don't address the genetic manipulation or the mineral imbalances that the viruses cause. Random detoxes can actually make things worse if they stress the body or trigger nutrient imbalances that fuel viral replication, especially if they're high in arginine. So, um, antiviral medication, okay, I think I went over that. Now, the foundation of healing. So, what we need to do, we need to eliminate high arginine foods. Very, very, very important. I do not know what GCMAF is. Can you say what that breakdown what that acronym is? Um, let's see. So we need to eliminate high arginine foods. That's the number one thing that you all need to do. Before you think about doing anything else in regards to herpes, the first thing you need to do is eliminate the most important thing that you need to do is eliminate the high arginine foods. And when I say that it's the most important thing, a lot of people watch the classes. Some people come over to do the phone calls with me and they tell me that they've eliminated most of the arginine foods in your diet. But that's because you really don't understand the impact and the importance of eliminating all high arginine foods from your diet. That's going to be super important, more important than anything that you do. Okay. The next thing is to correct the mineral imbalances. This strengthens your immune system at the cellular level, making it harder for the virus to reactivate. It starts to reverse the way that the herpes virus affects your genes. It starts to reverse that and allows your genes to start functioning properly, which allows your body to do its job against the herpes virus. You don't have to live in fear of the virus. You just need the right strategy. A science-based approach that addresses the herpes viruses at the root level. And that's exactly what my 3-month cleanse is designed to do. So the secret to longevity is going to be lengthening your telomeres with mineral balance. I know, we have this damage, these things that we've gone through. We're worried about the fact, that we've gone through different things that's affected our health. And we're worried about our lifespan, how much time that we have here. That's what draws us into health classes. That's what makes us want to focus on our health, right? So what if I told you that mineral balancing can actually give you some more time back on your life clock? Okay. Your body has a biological clock ticking inside every cell, and it's called a telomere, if you've never heard of this before. How fast or how slow that clock ticks is directly influenced by your mineral balance. So I'm going to teach you about telomeres today. So imagine your DNA is like a long shoelace. And at the end of that shoelace, there are these little plastic caps that prevent it from fraying. That is called your telomeres. I'm waiting on you to type in what is GCMAF stand for when you get a chance. So telomeres are repetitive sequences of DNAs at the end of your chromosomes. And their job is to protect your genetic material every time that your cells divide. And each time that a cell divides, the telomeres get a little shorter and a little shorter. When they become too short, the cell can no longer divide properly, leading to cellular aging, dysfunction, and eventually cellular death. This is a process that is called replicative senescence. It's the biological basis of aging at the cellular level. So once your telomeres on your chromosomes in your body is all the way shortened out, you once you have no more telomeres, you have no more life. So the purpose of lengthening your telomeres or working on a diet that helps to strengthen your telomeres is actually extending your life. Okay. Okay, no, I don't know anything about that. Haley. I don't know what that is. I don't, but I'm gonna screenshot it. Bam. So I can go and look at it. So what we do is mineral balancing, and when we balance the minerals, then it allows your body to properly function normally. So if there's a protein that needs to be created by your body, then your body will be able to create that protein by doing mineral balancing. Okay, so why telomeres matter to your health and longevity? Shortened telomeres aren't just about wrinkles and gray hair. They're linked to chronic diseases, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, and also immune system decline. Okay. Activating macrophages, these stimulate to help your body more effectively fight off persistent infections that have invaded the immune system. Okay, no, we don't have a need to do that inside of our program too. So we don't look to activate one particular area of the body to do one particular thing. We work on balancing the whole body, and it can happen a lot faster than you think, to be honest. So imagine someone's IgG numbers coming down, which I was trying to link the testimonials, but the software changed, so I couldn't put the testimonial videos through the link anymore. So I'll just try to make sure that I have those uploaded directly onto the slides next time for you guys. But there's a testimonial that I wanted to share with you from a young lady who didn't have any protein. She was suffering from low proteins. All of her minerals were tanked. She was trying to do plant-based. She wasn't, strictly plant-based, but she was trying. She was doing intermittent fasting, and she didn't have very many proteins in her body on her blood test. So she did the mineral balancing protocol, and her number came down from a 48 IgG number, from a 48 to a 6 in a matter of less than 2 months. So we didn't focus on trying to activate one area of her body to try to create a certain response, to try to fight off a persistent infection. What we did was we balanced out her minerals to allow her body to function properly the way that it's supposed to, which fights off infections. And it still happened pretty quickly. So not only is she getting relief in the one area of HSV, but her whole system is getting back into balance, which is a full body, which is what we're focused on, rather than trying to either we don't take individual substances to try to create these responses, to try to target a certain thing. And we don't try to target just one specific area in the body. When you approach it from a holistic point of view, a holistic frame, it allows the body to function a lot quicker and a lot easier than trying to force start one area of the body, because you may have other things in the body that may still kind of work against that one thing that you're trying to start. And if the person's body is in imbalance, if they're not in balance to begin with, then it makes it really hard to try to activate anything in the body. So stick around. Let's talk a little bit more. Yeah, the body is healing itself through the mineral balance. Exactly. That's what's happening. The body heals itself through the mineral balancing. It's just getting your body to be able to properly function. So if the herpes virus is changing your genes to downregulate things so that your body cannot seek out viruses, then what we need to do is counteract that by putting back in the mineral balance reactivate, to reactivate what it deactivated, right? So yep, that's the process. So people who have shortened telomeres, they have a higher rate of chronic illnesses. They have increased inflammation, they have faster aging, and they have a shorter life expectancy. But we can turn this around. We can stop the shortening of the telomeres, and we can reverse it. And the missing link is how your minerals affect your telomere length. So most people focus on antioxidants and superfoods for longevity, but the real key is maintaining and lengthening your telomeres through mineral balance, because minerals is what contributes to your telomeres being healthy. So if you don't have the mineral balance, and that weakens the telomeres, so we just support the minerals, and now your telomeres are re-strengthening. So minerals as cofactors for the telomerase activation. I mean, there's these enzymes, there's these minerals that are very important for the enzymic reactions responsible for your telomeres. Okay, so magnesium is going to be very important, critical for your DNA repair and replication. Zinc is going to be very vital for DNA repair and enzymes to stabilize the telomere structure. The zinc is important for that. Selenium is going to be essential component of antioxidant enzymes that protect your telomeres from oxidative damage. And then copper, when it's in a bioavailable state, that protects against free radical damage. However, excess not available copper leads to oxidative stress. So we have to make sure that everything's in balance. So when your mineral ratios are out of balance, like too much calcium relative to magnesium or too much sodium to potassium, it causes cellular stress and the production of free radicals that attack your DNA and your telomeres. So when calcium and magnesium is in balance, it triggers chronic inflammation, which is a key driver of telomere shortening. When your sodium and potassium is out of balance, that increases oxidative stress, damages the cell command center, and accelerates cellular aging. That's the electrical potential of the cell. Remember, we talked about that earlier in the class. Sodium and potassium is the electrical potential of your cells. So it means that you don't have a lot of electrical voltage that's happening in your body. You're fatigued. Zinc and copper imbalance, that right there is going to cause oxidative damage to the DNA, including your telomeres, and it overall weakens your immune system. So also let's go over the role of stress trauma in mineral depletion, because this is very important. Emotional stress doesn't just make you feel bad. It physically shortens your telomeres. Chronic stress increases the cortisol, which depletes the mineral and the magnesium and potassium minerals that are critical for protecting your telomeres. Trauma creates long-term dysregulation in the nervous system, which leads to persistent mineral imbalances and accelerates telomere shortening. So this is why people who've experienced significant trauma often show signs of accelerated aging. And it's not just psychological. It's not just physical. It's at a cellular level. Okay. So this is how our 3-month cleanse supports your telomere health. Our cleanse is not just about detoxing. It's about restoring the mineral blueprint your body needs to rebuild your telomeres, reduce oxidative stress, and reprogram your gene expression. Okay. So the real results: stronger immune function, which is fewer infections, better resilience, improved energy, which is better mitochondrial health. The mitochondria is the cell command center. It tells the cell what it is and what it's supposed to do. We reverse the ages of the signs of aging, healthier skin, healthier hair, better cognitive function, and reduced inflammation, less joint pain, and better mood. You're not just detoxing for today, you're resetting your body's biological clock for the future. So join the 3-month cleanse, the offer that changes everything. This is going to change everything for you. So if you've been trying to detox, heal, or fix your health and you're stuck, I am going to help flip the script for you in your health. So let's talk about some hard truths. Detoxing alone will never heal you. You've been conditioned to believe that detoxing is the answer, right? Green juices, parasite cleanses, very popular. Endless supplements. But here's the truth: it's not working. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because the entire detox industry has it wrong. Most detox programs are like patching holes in a sinking ship while ignoring the giant crack in the hull. And that giant crack is your mineral imbalance. So let's reframe this. Detoxing is not the goal. Balance is. Think of your body like a sophisticated operating machine. Detoxing is just one small feature. It's not the whole system. If your mineral ratios are off, your system crashes. If your mineral ratios are balanced, your system self-heals. Detoxing without restoring mineral balance is like trying to run new software on a broken motherboard. It might work for a second, but eventually it fails. The problem isn't you. It's the system that you've been following. The big idea is that the 3-month cleanse is a system reset. It's not a quick fix. Most programs will sell you an event, a 7-day cleanse, 7-day detox, a 14-day juice cleanse, a 30-day challenge. But healing isn't an event, it's a process, and it requires the right framework. The 3-month cleanse isn't a detox in the traditional sense. It's a metabolic reset designed to rebuild your mineral foundation, reprogram your immune system, reverse cellular damage. This isn't about cleansing out the toxins. It's about rewiring your biology so your body stops producing the dysfunction in the first place. So what makes this cleanse different? Why nothing else has worked for you? We don't treat symptoms. We correct the blueprint. Other programs target what's wrong, inflammation, fatigue, etc. We target why it's wrong, your mineral code. No guesswork. We use data. We don't hype your body. We don't hope your body responds. Okay. We track the mineral ratios. We adjust the protocols and optimize outcomes. We are the anti-detox detox. No fasting until you faint, no juicing your way into nutrient deficiencies, and no one size fits all protocols. We are not here to cleanse you. We're here to rebuild you. So what's inside the 3-month cleanse? So first of all, you're going to do a personalized mineral assessment. We identify exactly which mineral ratios are causing your issues. You'll get a targeted supplement protocol, custom formulas to restore your mineral balance, and no guesswork. Anti-arginine nutrition plan designed specifically for people managing viral conditions like herpes, HPV, and more. You'll get nervous system reset tools because trauma and stress aren't just in your head, they're in your cells. So you'll be a part of our Qigong, breath work, workouts. We're going to target the nervous system response to our stress and our traumas by doing Qigong, Tai Chi, and breath work. And then also you'll get direct access to me because this is not just some faceless program. I'll guide you through every phase because your success is personal to me. You also get an accountability partner assigned to you, an assistant, and an assistant coach. And these are people that you can reach out to directly as well. We're all here to support you. So first you'll get your mineral assessment, and then we'll see if you're going to be on the mineral balance protocol or you will do the 5-step detox protocol. The 5-step detox protocol is the one that most of you guys know me for over the years. Yes, we are still doing the 5-step detox protocol, but we want to see which program is more suitable for you, or which protocol, I should say, is more suitable for you. So we start you off with the mineral assessment to see where your minerals are. If your minerals are in balance, then we just put you right onto the 5-step detox. If you are having mineral deficiencies and imbalances that would prevent you from being able to get onto the 5-step detox, at that point, we would do the mineral balancing protocol, which is still a highly effective protocol and a very gentle detox. So let's talk about the hidden cost of doing nothing. Okay. So right now, your body is sending you signals: chronic fatigue, joint pain, hormonal imbalances, inflammation, viral flare-ups. You can ignore it today, okay, but what's the cost 6 months from now, a year from now, when your body is screaming instead of whispering? So let me be blunt. Every day you wait, your mineral imbalance deepens. The longer you wait, the harder and more expensive it becomes to fix. Okay, the worse it gets, the more expensive it gets, the harder it gets. So, why you should book your call today? This isn't a sales call. This is a diagnostic call to see if this program is the right fit for you. So, here's what happens on the call. We identify what's really driving your symptoms. We map out a strategy to correct the root cause. And if we're a good fit, I'll invite you to join the 3-month cleanse. If we're not a good fit, I'll tell you that too. No pressure, no pushy tactics, just clarity. It's your choice. Stay stuck or get unstuck. You've got 2 paths right now. Keep doing what you've been doing, hoping for different results, or flip the narrative and finally address the root cause of your health issues. If you're ready to stop chasing symptoms and start creating real, lasting health, book your call now. Because the truth is, this isn't about detoxing. It's about deciding you're done being stuck. I'm going to put the link right here for you to book your call. It's going to be at tarasimmons.as.me. You have the choice of booking a free call. You have a choice of booking a free call with me, a free 5-minute call, or you can book a longer consultation if you want to really get in depth about what you've been going through and have a longer conversation with me. It's up to you. You can book the free call or the paid call. And if you are ready to join our 3-month program, you can read our full description here with all of our deliverables and everything that the detox program entails, and also take advantage of our great payment plan that we have right there on the site at tarasdetox.com. You're going to scroll down a little bit and you'll see our 3-month cleanse right there. So now that you understand how mineral balance, gene expression, and viral management are the missing pieces in your health, let me ask you a simple question. Are you going to continue trying random solutions? Or are you ready to follow a system that actually works? Check out all the testimonials on my Instagram at Tara's Detox. Here's a reality check. You've been told that healing is complicated, that you need more supplements, more restrictive diets, and more detoxes. But let's flip the script for you. It's not that your body is broken, it's that no one gave you the blueprint to fix it. You've been trying to manage symptoms when the real answer is to eliminate the cause. You don't need more willpower. You need the right process. Now think about it. If all those cleanses, health trends, and superfoods work, wouldn't you be healthy by now? This isn't your fault. You've been following advice designed to keep you stuck. Because the longer you're stuck, the more products you buy, and the more programs you join, and the more desperate you become. So it's time to shift the belief. And here's a hard truth. The health industry profits from your confusion. Parasite cleanses for viral infections, that's confusion. Fasting when you're already nutrient depleted, that's confusion. Detox after detox without replenishing your minerals, now that's not confusion, that's dangerous. But what if I told you healing isn't complicated? In fact, it's beautifully simple when you understand how your body truly works. Your body isn't failing you. It's screaming for the right support. You don't have a detox problem. You have a mineral problem. The health you want isn't lost. It's buried under layers of imbalances, and I know how to uncover it. So let's be clear. This isn't just a detox, just another detox. This is the last cleanse that you will ever need, because it doesn't just flush out toxins. It reprograms your body to heal itself. It doesn't just make you feel better temporarily. It rewires the very systems that got you sick in the first place. Most detoxes are like putting a fresh coat of paint on a house with a rotting foundation. Looks good for a minute, but the problem is still there. The 3-month cleanse rebuilds the foundation. We don't guess, we assess. Your mineral ratios, your immune function, your metabolic health, we analyze it all. Hormonal balance, thyroid function, sodium potassium pump, we analyze it all. This isn't about what worked for someone else. It's about what works for you. It's not a one-size-fits-all plan. It's a precision protocol tailored to your biology. Now, let's be honest. You didn't show up here because everything is fine. You're tired of waking up wondering if today will be another bad day. You're tired of Googling symptoms at 2 a.m., hoping this time you'll find the missing link. You're tired of feeling like your body is working against you. But here's the question that matters most. What happens if you don't fix this? What does your life look like a year from now if nothing changes? Are you okay waking up with the same pain, the same confusion, the same exhaustion? Or are you ready to look back 90 days and barely recognize the person you were today? Because here's the truth. Your future self is either thanking you or regretting that you didn't start today. Healing waits for no one. The question is, will you be next or will you be left behind? Here's what happens when you join the 3-month cleanse. You get a comprehensive mineral panel, you get your personalized protocol, your target supplementation, viral and immune optimization, ongoing support, true transformation. You're not doing this alone. You have expert guidance every step of the way. This isn't about feeling better. It's about becoming unrecognizable to the version of you that is struggling right now. There's no guesswork involved in this. You get a customized plan designed specifically for your body's needs, not her body's needs, what their body needs, what your body needs. We don't throw random vitamins at you. We give you exactly what your body is missing. So if you're dealing with herpes or other viral challenges, this cleanse is designed to stop the virus from running your life. Now let's address the question that you're probably thinking. Is this worth the investment? And my question back to you is, what's the cost of being stuck, staying stuck? How much have you already spent on supplements, detox kits, doctor's visits, and quick fixes? How many days of your life have you lost to fatigue, brain fog, and pain? And what's the value of waking up every day feeling like your body is finally working with you and not against you? The total investment for the 3-month cleanse is only $19.98. Yes, that's less than $2,000 to completely transform your health, your energy, and your life. That's not even what most people spend in a year on supplements that don't work. It's less than what you would spend on endless doctor's visits with no answer. It's a fraction of the cost of living another year feeling stuck, sick, and exhausted. This isn't an expense. It's an investment, the most important one that you'll ever make. You've invested in temporary relief, and now it's time to invest in a permanent solution. You've survived long enough with your current health, but are you really living? The 3-month cleanse is open for enrollment right now, but not for long. Spots are limited because we work very close with each client. This is not a mass program, it's a transformational journey. So while you're thinking about it, someone else is already booking their spot, taking action right now. Your healing isn't waiting. Why are you? We only have 10 spots open for this program. Once all spots are open for this round, we're going to close it out until the next round. So imagine 90 days from now, you waking up with the energy you forgot you had. Your mind is clear. Your body feels strong. Your health isn't a mystery anymore. It's your reality. And the best part, you did it without starving yourself, without endless supplements, and without gimmicks. You've tried everything else. Now it's time to try the thing that actually works. So I want you to click the link. I want you to book the call. It's time to change your life. So ready to reclaim your health? Book your call right now to see if the 3-month cleanse is right for you. Spots are limited. The investment is only $19.98. And your transformation is waiting. So you can join now at greendivine.com or tarosdetox.com, or you can click the link below, tarosimmons.as.me, to go ahead and book your calls. I cannot wait to get on the phone and talk with you guys and see how this program resonated with you, and get started on your health journey. We're going to start out with your mineral panel. Mineral panels usually run about $499 for only 7 minerals. On our mineral panel, we are giving you 25 markers. 25 markers. That is unheard of. Okay. All right. So are results reversed forever, or do you have to stick to the food plan? Like if you were to eat high arginine foods 5 months past negative results, what's your experience with that? So our results that our clients have gotten have stuck. Our results stick. Okay, so we do have some more information around that if you would like to book a call. But yes, all of our results that we have posted up for you to take a look at, our results stick. Okay, so you can book your call if you want to have a more conversation around that. TaraSimmons.asme. You can choose the free option, or if you want a longer conversation, you can choose the paid option. Do you guys have any more questions? Yes, you can go back to eating your regular foods. After you're done, you can go back to eating your regular foods. You don't have to stay away from arginine forever. All right, guys. So I look forward to getting those calls from you. I look forward to seeing you guys getting into the program and us getting started on your mineral analysis and creating your diet plans for you. You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.